Alright, so... okay, I already started the VOD, but I'm gonna back it up.
Ready for battle. 5, 4,
So first thing
3, 2,
is
1.
like, why do we pick Zarya, right? We're probably picking Zarya for the Pharah. I mean, that's kind of it. A better tank in this situation would be like the enemy's team. They have Sigma. Like Sigma would be awesome here because you could. Oh shit. Because you could come through this hotel place, right? And you could sit up here as Sigma, take this off angle as Sigma, and look at the sidelines you get. You get this, you get this, you can see the junk, you can see the Mercy, you can see the Lucio, you can poke them down. If the team pushes forward right here, then, and they put the shield right here, you can just shoot over the shield into the team. But we play Zarya with Orisa, which you probably should never do. Honestly, I mean, you're never going to get charged because Orisa's never going to peek. Actually, no, that's false. She'll peek. I just wouldn't play. I just wouldn't play Zarya with Orisa. But that's just me. And fucking Jesus Christ. It's not recording, is it? Ah! Never mind, we're fine. Sorry, my headset was doing some weird shit for some reason. Okay. So, that's my thinking. Like, Hog, Sig, Diva would have been a good pick here. Ryan would have been a good pick here. I just wouldn't play Zarya. And I get your thinking, though. You can combo with your... You can combo with your Pharah, right? And maybe even your Moira, but... I mean, I guess it is a win condition, but you have Pull. And Pull's basically a better grab on a much, much lower cooldown that Pharah and Moira can both get value out of. So I would just play Sigma. But that's just me. So we're poking, we're getting charged. Just poking, we're poking. So why not push forward and take this angle right here, right? Because fucking, oh, Jesus Christ. Because, yeah. Wow, it's still on the screen. Oh well, I'll line it up, boys. Because imagine if you're sitting here, right? You get this whole angle here, right? And say you rotate it quickly, the turrets wouldn't be a problem anymore, right? You're Zarya, you could just bubble and then shoot the turrets, right? You could walk over here and just start laying damage into their team. Also, if somebody's high ground, which I don't know if they are, they're not, but your Pharah is, which is perfect. She's already on the flank, putting damage in from behind. But yeah, say you were standing right there. Right here. You could see the Lucio first off. You could probably pick him off. And you could just lay damage right here. Instead of just standing choke and getting poked down for the entire game. Because that's what this comp right here wants to do. They're playing double shield, junk, sim. They just want to poke you down while you walk through. And that's how you're going to lose, is just by standing there. Don't bubble behind a wall. You're already 10 seconds. Imagine if you had that now. Look at, that's a lot of charge you could be getting. Perfect! Perfect! It sucks your Lucio died, but look, you walked through, the turrets weren't an issue, and now you have this off angle. Just stay here and poke them down until they push you, then you can just back up to your team, or your Orisa could come with you. Nice job killing the turrets. Good bubble here, good bubble. You're low, backing. Good play all around. You should know this one behind you at this point. Let's wait. How many people are we down here? You're by yourself, and you're down 3. So right now it's a 3v6. No, 3v5 actually. And you're in the back line. This play isn't horrible, but you should definitely be with your team and be waiting to group up. Because now this team could just... They could just turn around and just kill you instantly. And all that charge you just gained is useless. So, like, recognizing when a fight is lost and when you need to back out is something huge. And it'll get you really far. But yeah, so like, don't take fights you can't win. Take fights you can win. Let's see what you do here. Around the Mercy. And you die. See, this is my thing, right? Say you were right here. Say you were right here this fight. Imagine how much damage you could have pumped in. Instead of being behind them, which isn't a bad idea, right? But they saw you, which is this is the bad part. But if you were standing here, you could just lay damage into them. And be safe, because you could just back up behind the corner. Back up behind this corner right here. Get healed, come back, poke, 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 back up, come back, poke, poke, poke. Walk forward into them. Why the fuck is this thing not... how do you fly? I don't fucking know. Oh well. Alright. Let's get back into it. And now you're down 1, so your team has to wait to engage here. Good switch. Good switch.
For the universe to make sense to you.
Good job recognizing that Zarya may not be the play here. But now you're down 1.
Activating the barrier.
Another thing you should start doing is always asking yourself the question, can you fight this fight? So if you're walking in and you don't see 6 players, unless somebody's flanking, then don't go in, because you're just putting yourself at a disadvantage. So playing a 5v6, you'll lose, I think, 90% of the time. Or is that on control? No, I think it is 90% of the time you lose a 5v6. So definitely be thinking about, can we fight this fight, or should we back up and wait to regroup, right? Because look, wait, what is that? Is she nanoed? No. She's getting damage boosted. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with Orisa? Anyways. Also, a big thing on Sigma, right? Before you place a shield, or even after you place a shield, ask yourself the question in your head, obviously, what is this shield doing, right? Because right now, this shield is doing nothing. It's not blocking fire from these people. It's not blocking their fire. It's just sitting there doing nothing, right? Imagine if your shield was right here, right? Then the Junkai couldn't spam you in. You could rotate for free behind your Orisa. Retract the shield, right? Let it charge up. When your Orisa shield goes down, you use Kinetic Grasp, and then you put your shield up. Bam! You have a full health shield, and you've engaged with your shield. That point is annoying. Holy shit. Good job, good job. Nice poking down the BAP. Nice putting your shield away. Perfect. Do you see what this shield did? You put this shield up right here. Oh, what the fuck? You put this shield up right here, and the Sim knew she couldn't shoot through this, right? So she no more spamming for her. So she walled, right? Because they have to use ults to win this fight. And now she if you play behind this, she can't get you unless she beams it down. Nice job. Once again, that shield did so much for your team. You put it here, the Sigma was spamming into your team, and now he can no longer spam here. Huge. Nice play. Yeah, so one thing on Sigma is always asking yourself, what is this shield doing? Is it doing anything? Now put your shield away. Because your shield's doing nothing. Perfect. So the thing about accretion, right, or Sigma's rock is, especially if they're playing a comp like double shield, right? Save your cooldown for when the shields aren't up anymore, right? Because imagine if you had rock now, right? Or say when you get here, rock will probably be about 6 seconds, right? Imagine if you had it then. You could walk in here, rock this brig, right? And that's almost a free kill. So always be saving rock for either people flanking, people you know you can hit with the rock. And I think that's it. So don't just be using rock on cooldown, because using it on cooldown does nothing. Also, you should... Wait, never mind. See, like he thought he could rock you because there were no shields in the way. So he rocked you and missed. That's just unlucky. Good job retracting that right away. Nice, nice. That's a decent use of grasp, or of hands. You really want to use it when you're like 300 HP, right? Or like 200 to 250, right? Because if you use it now, it'll go away before the fight even starts. So you've already used one of the cooldowns. But say you're right here, right? And you're fighting and you're fighting and you're fighting, and you get to 200 HP, and they're all looking at you because you low, right? And you use your hands. You instantly gain shields from that, right? And you'll go back up to probably your full HP after that. So it's almost like you healed yourself. So make sure to not just to be using grasp on basically spam, because that's not what it's used for. It's kind of a selfish ability to save you. You can, like, also if they're playing Rhine, eating fire strikes, I would say you could eat a couple, but you shouldn't be trying to actively eat a fire strike every fight, because it's just a waste of your cooldown. And your team can just heal it up. You should be leaving your shield down. I mean, you have beat, and your Orisa should be putting her shield way in front. Nice job. Nice job recognizing the flank and taking the soldier out of the fight. You don't even have to poke him here. All you have to do is put a shield in his face and he's useless, right? Poking him is definitely good, right? But just putting a shield there stops his flank completely. Good job not chasing. That's perfect. Okay, now it's getting messy. You should be getting this brig. Nice. Is rock still on cooldown? When the hell did you use it? I don't know, but if you had it now, you could have rocked the brig and you killed her. You should be calling this to your team if you're not. Nice job taking her on, though. But do you realize what this Brig did? She took you out of the fight, right? She's a big part in her team as well. They have really low heals. But she took one of your tanks out of the fight for that entire fight. So their team took a lot less damage than they would have if you were just spamming into them. And Brig sitting behind you is doing nothing, right? The second she engages with you is when you can use your cooldowns on her and attack her, right? If she's just behind you, sitting behind there, why kill her? She's doing nothing, and in front of you, it's a 5v6. So if you push forward fast enough, it's a 5v6, and that's almost a one fight. And then you can turn around and kill her. Nice job hiding from the tire. I don't know if you were, but... Now we're thinking, can we win this fight? Should I fight this fight? We're down 2. It's a 4v6 now. Also, we're using rock on a shield again. So that, like, now you can kill this Brig, right? Because now she's out of position. She's behind you guys, and her team is up there, right? The difference between now and earlier is a fight was going on earlier, and now a fight isn't. So if you guys get this cleanup kill, that's huge. But earlier, if you all chased that, their team got free space and were able to poke you down from behind you. I think you used grasp at 250. Let's go back a second. You did. Perfect job, Vix. You didn't get any health off it because they weren't actually poking you down. I mean, actually they were, but there's a Brig and you can't really eat that. But perfect fucking timing on the grasp. Okay, like this Brig actually needs to die now. Like, she's been feeding this entire fight. You should just be basically screaming her name. Brig in hotel, Brig behind us in mini, Brig, 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 Brig. Just literally fucking keep saying Brig until she's dead. Like, she should be dead now. Like, this is retarded. And she dies. You instantly put shield down. That's huge. You can take your shield away. Let it recharge. You have an Orisa shield. Look at that. No shields. You knew you could hit him. You rocked him. Perfect. You have to realize when there's somebody behind you. I think that's one of your biggest, like, downsides to you, I think. Is that the right words? No. I think that's one of your biggest flaws. Maybe. Is that, like, your awareness is kind of not there. So, like, when somebody's on the flank, you sometimes get them, but, like, right now this Junkrat is killing your team. And you just, like, don't hear it, I guess. Okay, excuse everything I just said, because you did hear him. Perfect. You were at, like, 250 HP. You use hands. You ate some junk mines. 300 HP.
My barrier is destroyed. Barrier is about to break.
Okay. So here's the thing, right? You know you have no shield. You have grasp. They just bongoed, right? So a really easy way to counter bongo. Tell your Lucio, turn speed on, and we're backing out. Instantly. They waste bongo that way. They waste bongo, you can hands out, right? You say, Lucio, speed on, let's speed out, right? Or just say, Lucio, can you speed us out? And then if he doesn't, oh well. If he does, cool, right? But you can still get out, right? You can just back up out of this. And you don't even have to back up to, like, you don't even have to back up to, like, you don't even have to back up to here. Right? Just standing where this far is, basically, is perfect, right? They can't get any poke on you. You can just wait the bongo out. The cart won't push past this, because you guys are standing right here, right? So, you don't lose that much cart progress, and they waste an ult. It's huge. But now you're down shield, so you should definitely be backing, I think. Nice use of hands. You're full health though, and this is just eating poke that you don't actually need to eat. I guess you could be saving your junk right here, but are you Reaper?
Activating the barrier.
See, but like we don't have to fight this, right? You could just wait Bongo out, because fighting this is putting you guys at a disadvantage. So I would just not fight this. You got a shit ton of health though, so you don't even really need shield up. Perfect. Put it away. You rocked Bongo. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that is. Huge! Damn! That's huge. Always be calling Arista DF pull. Can you pull when I flux? You know. So where's a better position to play than alley right here? Right? Always be thinking about, like, is this position doing good, right? Because imagine if you came through here, right, earlier this fight, told your team, you know, or even during the Bongo, right? You could have came up through here, like you could have went back, you could have went on that little flank through the little alleyway back there, came up here, went right up here, came up here like this. You could have fucking walked all the way back here. You could have went behind them up these stairs, right? And you could be standing right here, right? Look at how much better this position is than that, right? This one, if you're standing here, all this is blocked off from you. You cannot hit this. Sigma shit goes way too far for you to even hit this. So, I mean, it's useless, right? You're standing behind payload, shooting into their shield. That's what they want you to do. I mean, that's kind of what you have to do. But you do have a Reaper, so you don't actually have to shoot in the shields. And you have a Pharah, so they both basically ignore shields. So, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of cracked. But, like, if you're standing up here, right? And you could be standing right here on this ledge. Right? You put your shield up, you block yourself from all this damage. Boom, they can't shoot shit. You can nail these bitches. You can nail them, right? They're dead. If you're up here, they're dead. And you get free poke on their entire team. Just from standing up, you can just mink. So, like, always be thinking about positioning. Like, is there a better position I can be in right now? Because the one you're in right now is not... I mean, it's fine, but it's not optimal, right? Yeah, they tire. You rock? Wait, did you just rock? Okay, I thought you rock-handed at the same time. Now you should be backing. Perfect! No. Just keep backing. See, this is wrong. Don't just stand here and take poke, let your shield break, use all your cooldowns, and die here, right? You can still get out. So just get out. Like, there's no way you win this fight. Okay. Poggers, your DPS popped off. Damn! You fucking nailed her! Damn! There's a jump there. Oh my god, what the... Oh. You had hands up and rock. You going through alley. Beautiful! It's like you hear my coaching live right now.
60 seconds for special attack.
The only thing about it... Why did you do that? You wasted so much time going through the building when you could have just came around this bend right here. Only thing about this I don't like is look at where you are and look at where your team's at. You're not in the fight. This is a 5v6 right now. And this soldier's like if you were in this fight right now, you could be shielding this soldier right now. How do you whisper? And your team dies. So, like, if this shield was here earlier, he wouldn't have got those kills.
Barrier is about to break.
And now, just get out. There's no need to fight this. Nice. He's gonna chase. Nice. You told that bitch. You said, bitch, get the fuck off me. And you slapped his ass.
Payload in motion.
Uh-oh.
Stays in motion.
No, he didn't know where you were, Vix.
Stays at rest.
If you kill this tire. Oh! You basically killed the tire. Okay, you're a god. Alright, hang on. I need to hit the enjoy real quick.
This may yield a positive outcome. We must hurry.
So you know you need to touch, right? You all don't have to touch at the same time. That's actually not how stall works. But, I mean, it's last fight, so let's just play it. You don't need to shoot this shield, it's doing nothing. Okay, one thing to do in this situation, since you're the only shield tank, and you know your shield's low, now it's on a 4-second cooldown, so you're fucked, right? What you could have done is you could have engaged with your kinetic grasp, right? Or not even engaged, you could have walked forward, right? Because you wouldn't have taken that much damage, maybe. You probably would have taken a bit. But you could just walked in her face, right? And started eating all this shit. And then you could have shielded. Your shield probably would have been 800 health. 900 health. Wait. Okay, I had to make sure his health could go at 900. I don't know when you use rock, but imagine if you had it, you could have tried to hit him.
Barrier. Rex-ray.
10 seconds remaining.
Imagine if you had hands right here. Huge ult by your Reaper. Massive ult. Save the point. You should be killing the junk first. Target priority. Big damage first. Tanks last. Unless tanks are out of position. Actually, it's heals first, but in that situation, it's big damage first. Take space. Somebody else can sit on cart, right? You should be taking space. Good.
Activating the barrier.
Allow me to repair the damage.
What is this shield doing? It blocked 400 damage. About. When you could have just played behind cart and nobody could have, like, look, nobody even took the damage. I mean, I guess it is it because of the shield? Let's see. No. So, always think about your shield. I don't mean to, like, harp, but just think about where your shield is and what it is doing. Good shield. First off, the smaller area your shield is, which shield area is like the shield that they can see and they can shoot, the less damage it's actually going to take. Because say you put your shield like here, right? Like don't think about the map, just think about this, right? Say you put your shield here, right? And like your shield's out in the open. They just fire into it because it's just really big and it's easy to hit, right? But you put your shield in this corner, right? They can shoot. I'm not even gonna draw the shield. They can only shoot this little sliver, and like maybe some of this. So good shield placement. Your team just has to play behind this little corner here, and you'll be good. Once again, I don't mean a heart, but don't rock shields.
Barrier's about to break.
Shield away. Shield away. Nice. I knew you were gonna do it.
60 seconds. Cease your resistance.
Barrier no longer exists.
Oh, never mind. Once again, we don't have to take this fight, right? The second you hear bongo, you just back. Because you don't have to take that fight, right? You still have a minute. You have time to spare.
Rocket barrage incoming.
That music. It's playing again.
Get into position. 30 seconds remaining.
Nice job poking. Remember, what is the shield doing? Nice. Aw, damn, you missed. I don't know if you know this, but when you Sigil and you have a squishy in there, so a 200 HP target, always try to hit them with 2 spheres, because it'll instantly kill them. And also, nice play just getting the soldier. Like, you don't have to give these big flashy plays. Just getting 1 is good enough.
Barrier in place.
Tire's coming in. Nice job backing.
Unstable.
Getting away from the tire. This is just a lost fight. Yolusu got picked early and Moira died. Honestly, good round. There's just a few things that you're doing wrong, which is fine. Just gotta work on it.
2-2. Switching sides. Initiating match. Initiating match. Yourself ready for battle.
Now we go Orisa. This is interesting. I understand why, but
The government here. Medieval view towards omnics.
Attackers incoming. 30 seconds.
On. Shoot for a new high score.
Feel the healing beat.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend.
nice job for the early poke. Always call pulls on Orisa. That's a decent pull, but there's nothing there yet. That's unfortunate. Okay, big thing on Orisa, her fortify. It's her second best ability, right? Don't pop fortify. Like, why did you pop fortify? There's no need to. And your shield isn't even broken yet, right? Especially in this comp that they're playing, don't use fortify until Ryan engages on you. He's not gonna kill you if you fortify. That's what makes double shield so strong, is the sustainabilities on the tanks and the ability to poke from range. So, like, using this early just fucks you. Also, you can stop the May freeze, you can get out of trap, you can get unpinned, you won't get slept, you won't get booped by Diva when she's fucking boosting, right? There's so many things on this team that you can just counter with Orisa with her fortify. You looking to pull? Huge. Nice pull. You pulled him right into main. Now you know he's going here. You should be calling that to your team. Dunk behind alone. See, nice shot fortifying. You were taking damage, you were getting low, you fortified. Perfect. Two short pulls. Make sure you pull more close. Also, you gotta be careful because they have Diva and she can eat pulls. So you wasted pulls. Perfect. The Ryan charges in. Lucky you don't get pinned, right? But now you fortify and he's in. He's not gonna kill you. As long as you're shooting him. That's just unlucky.
I must rejoin my team.
Beautiful. I'm really glad you didn't put shield behind you right in front of that bastion. You put it more far forward so you guys could take more space. I love that. Oh, I'm retarded now. Full. Nice fortify. You were like half, so you used it. Junk just popped off. That's unfortunate.
Clearing the area.
And like I know it's probably a lot to think about. Wait, I have to do this, otherwise the endpoint is gonna tick down the entire time. I know it's probably a lot to think about during game, but this is what you have to think about, right? Is like, what are my shields doing? What are my cooldowns doing? What is my positioning doing? Are there people flanking? Should I shield the flank? Should I chase the flank? Should I kill people in the back line? Should I just play far forward? Should I just should I use this cooldown? Should I use that cooldown? When to use the cooldown? Like, it's just, there's a lot to think about, and I know it can be overwhelming, but we'll just take it one step at a time. Like, your Sigma, it's pretty fucking fire, not gonna lie.
Objective lost.
Also, you should be thinking about, like, there's actually so much stuff you have to think about in Overwatch. It hurts my head. That's a pretty decent pull. Once again, don't waste fortify. Also, you never. Oh. Also, you never replied to me in Discord, I don't think, so I'm just gonna VOD it and give it to you. But fucking beautiful bongo. You walk behind a fucking indestructible building. You put it behind you. They can't get it. Perfect. Always doing that with bongo. Never put it on. Nice fortify. Holy shit. Your team is just caught in blizzard, so that sucks. And you lost a player. That's really bad. I don't think I'm gonna bother the rest of this. This 5v6 is basically just a roll. And there's really nothing to learn. Your team's probably just gonna throw and feed the entire game. Yeah, they're just dying. So like, I know you're down a player, but like, you don't have to take that fight. And that's another thing I just keep harping on everything, but like, you don't have to take every single fight, right? Especially if they're just rolling and like your whole team's dead and you're already half health. Like, I would have just waited. That's unfortunate that somebody left. You guys do win this fight. And you got them to use fucking tire. That's huge. Sucks you die to it, but. Did you? What the hell did you fortify though? Use it too early, like. So once this doesn't. I mean, this is just for you, so it doesn't really matter. But you don't need to fortify and put shield down at the same time, right? One is the other. Using both is just a waste of one of the cooldowns. And this Reinhardt especially, imagine if you had fortify when he charged you, right? You probably wouldn't have died as quickly, right? More counterplay to be able to kill him. You guys get blizzarded and shattered and bowed. That's just unlucky. So, a couple things to take away from this. Okay, one thing on Sig, right? Can I have a text box, or is that I had to pay for that shit? I'm not. Where the fuck? I'm pretty sure I had to pay for that. I'm kind of mad. Anyways, the fuck? I'll write it out. Damn it, I write, okay. This side's Sigma, the pink side, and the yellow side's Orisa. Pink. So Sigma. One thing on Sigma, right? There's really nothing else you could have done there. Nothing different, right? You played it fine. You probably shouldn't have played Zarya on attack that first time, but that's fine. You switched, so that's all that matters, right? Just some things to work on and keep in mind, right? Don't always think about what your shield is accomplishing, right? So, I'm just gonna write shield, right? So, just think about what your shield's doing, and if it's not doing anything, it shouldn't be out, basically, right? I think that's one big thing to work on. Rock. Don't rock shields. If only use rock if you can hit somebody or think you can hit somebody, right? Like, even if you miss them, right? At least you tried to hit them, and you didn't just throw it at a shield, right? That's another big thing. 3. I'm just gonna give you 3 things for probably. I'll probably give you like 2 for Orisa. I just had it. Grasp, right? Hands. Use hands when you're half health or above half health, right? And they're poking you down. And they're focusing you, right? Because when you get low, they're going to focus you, so that's when you use hands, right? Don't just use hands randomly to eat spam. And don't use hands and run, basically. Because you have extra health, so you can fight that fight, right? Unless you're down people, then obviously not. Sig ults were fine. Make sure you try to hit a squishy 2 times with your spheres. It'll kill them instantly. You don't have to get these big flashy plays. Ask for pulse from your Orisa. I think that's about it for Sig. Orisa, fortify. Don't just use fortify for nothing, right? Like, only use it if they're engaging on you and are currently on top of you, right? And you want to use it when you're like 300 health or 400 health, or just not 100 and not 200, because then it's kind of Actually, no, you should definitely use it at like 200, 250, or 300 if you're that low and you need to use it, right? But you should usually be saving fortify for when they come into you. Because then you won't die. Also, call pulls whenever you do them. Pull. So, call pulls when you do them. Try to get used to like the pull range, right? It's a pretty big range. It's pretty forgiving. But just always be calling that. Your supercharger was really fucking good. Your shields are pretty fucking good. I think that's it. So, yeah. Sigma, your shield, think about what it's doing. What should it be out right now? Your rock, only rock things you can rock. Don't just rock shields. Hands, use hands when you're getting low or getting focused. Don't just use it on random spam, because it really is not that good. And it's on like a 10-second cooldown, I think. 11? Actually, it might be more. I think it's like 14. Orisa, don't use Fortify too early. Use it when they engage onto you, or you need to use it because you're low. Pull, always call pulls. Pull a little closer so that you can actually get the pulls off. But yeah, besides that, that was a really good VOD. I don't really think you could have done anything different. You had a lever, so that's just unfortunate. And yeah, hopefully this helped, and I look forward to doing more VODs in the future, honestly. It's pretty fun. So yeah.